So let's do just a quick grounded meditation. Let's close our eyes. Sit in a meditation position with your spine straight. And take a deep inhale and a slow and long exhale. Releasing any thoughts, any rush in your body, in your mind, to the earth. As you inhale, bring all the energy from the earth, feeling your body, feeling your lungs. And as you exhale, release and relax to the earth. If your mind wanders, just be gentle and bring it back to your breathing. Let's also invite Grace to feel us, to be part of this meeting and feel our heart, our light, our golden orb inside our heart. And breathe through your heart, through the light inside your heart that's connected with the cosmos and with the earth. You can also feel your heart connecting with each heart here in this meeting, in each part of the planet. Visualize our hearts connected and breathe in together. Take one more conscious, deep inhale and a long and slow exhale. Put a gentle smile on your face. And whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes. So, Cris, vou falar em inglês. Se você precisar de tradução, você vai me falando, tá bom? Welcome, everyone. I was telling Chris if she needs some translation to tell me to open her mic and tell me. Do you want to say something, G, before?
How is everyone today? This Sunday? Pretty good? Thank you all so much for joining us. Anyone have to drag themselves here? Were you guys excited to join us also? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss you. So yeah, I think it'd be lovely to just hear from each of us, just in short and from our heart, just to touch in and see how things have been in the last, what's it, only been like 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks since we, it seems like it's a long time for me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that long. Time is very, very strange right now. And I think especially for those of us that are really, aligning as best as we can with this amplified growth. And maybe who's ever typing can put they're on their mute. I think it's you, Taty.
Yeah.
Are we okay without translation?
Yeah, I'm asking Chris. I can translate, Chris, if you want. Let me know.
Okay, cool. And
Where is Chris? Okay.
Chris.
I'm not seeing her.
She's there.
Oh, here, she's there. Okay.
So I'll just share for a moment about how my experience has been the last days or weeks. And for me, it's felt like just a lot. There's been so much integrating of what felt like such a powerful bubble that we created. And sometimes, like I felt the power, of course, in the bubble, but sometimes afterwards in reflection, it's even easier to see the bigger picture. And I've just, people have asked me, a bunch of different people in different friend groups, like, how was the retreat for me? And I was just, I don't really have much to say except for it was just such a powerful, mind-blowing affirmation for me of the power of when people with open hearts align in a common intention. And then, of course, put ourselves in an amplified field, a collective field of power and grace like Mount Shasta. And like to start to break that down would feel almost like defiling it for me, because I can only kind of paint that in my English words, and the rest is just so many layers of just beautiful experiences and just the magic and grace of life, being able to see it in all these different aspects, from being able to eat together, to practice together, to pray together, to hang out with people like Peter together, to have synchronistic alignments like we did at the Telos portal, to have a blowout powerful concert at Soul Connection. It goes on and on and on. And through that journey, there's all these ups and downs, of course, and it's an intense ride, but it's all so perfect. And so I just have a lot of gratitude from our journey and time together. Yes. That's all I really know. Anyone else want to
For
go
me,
next?
it's been so intense. For me, it has been so intense. Also after um, the retreat, I think I shared some stuff with you guys in the group about my own process, but it was potentialized with end of cycle that I'm have been living. Um, all my spiritual path is started special with a special person in my life, and he just passed after our retreat, and it was so and it has been um, powerful and intense for me because it's like an end of cycle and a beginning of another one inside me, and be in the container, as Matthew said, it's such magical, and when we come back to the regular world, um, yeah, you need to learn how to embody more and be in this earth in the middle of everything that is happening. Um, so I'm feeling so blessed to be there with you guys, and yeah, I think it's just my integration, and I'm here in Shasta still, and soaking all this energy and integrating more this embodying. Yeah. So thank you so much for be part of my process, to be with me.
Yeah. Patricia?
Uh,
And how
I
about
was
you guys?
I was so amazed after I got home. It was like this surprise reboot that in the moment I didn't feel like these downloads or anything. But once I got home, I was really amazed by by all the things that had updated inside of me. And I feel a new connection with the mountain and with all the beings there. And I really was impressed with our group the minute we started talking, that everybody was just one heart right away. And I've never experienced that in my whole life. That was just so fabulous. Uh, but I just feel like I, I felt like my hands were more healing hands now, and that there were other things like that that had happened. So anyway, thank you, everybody. And I really love and miss you all. So
Wow. Thanks, Patty. And also, Pat, I just want to say that
Thank
Patty
you,
was kind of,
Patty. Thank you.
yeah, Patty kind of was the one who really kicked us. He's like, hey, can we have a Zoom or something? And me and Taty were thinking to have one, but she spurred it to life a little sooner than maybe it would have happened. So thank you, Patty.
you're welcome.
Yeah, I would love to just spin off that just a little bit, but yeah, the upgrades, my it's been so powerful for me too, especially in the astral world, and oftentimes I'll go there and get to see these different angles of what we've done and what we're doing, because we're literally we're linking up our sacred hearts, and our teachers and many teachers across the globe, they shared that, you know, this supreme light or this, the ascended masters, however you see that group, they're like one team, you know, and at a certain point, because they've come into alignment with these universal laws of this constructive design. And I really feel like this beautiful ground level team that we've connected with each other. And I feel that, like, just that heart connection, it's amplifying all of our process. And I see that happening in the ways we're working together on many different levels, many of which we're often not aware. And it's such a beautiful and profound thing. And, you know, as we continue to grow together, we'll be able to be more and more aware of those finite realms and ways we're supporting each other and this global family in a really magical way. Yes. Anyone else want to share? Joan. Unmute.
You're on mute, Joan. Do you need somebody
There
to
I
help?
am. There I am.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
There I
can hear
went.
you.
It's been an interesting integration since I've been back. It's been wonderful. Everything that normally gets on my nerves mostly hasn't. It's just like I'm just kind of floating around, but I've had a lot of interesting things come up, like weird things that just passed through. Like I didn't know was still down in there. Like at one moment, it only lasted about 30 minutes, but I had a whole bunch of like grief I wasn't aware of in my heart about everybody's dead, basically, but they're not really dead. But you know what I mean? Like it was like my mother, my father, my brother, you know, like, and it was like I just cried like a ugly cry, you know, like a baby for about 20, 30 minutes. And then it was like, it was kind of like, I know you probably are sick of me talking about the little Alzheimer girl I work with, but you know, she'll go outside and we'll be in the shade. She'll go, that's nice. And then we'll get in the sun and she'll go, woo-wee, that's hot. And that's kind of like when that passed through, it was like, woo-wee, what was that? But I felt like I got this confirmation. Oh, that was just down there and it needed to come out. And it's just part of the process. But it's been, I can't think of the other one, but it was some kind of random weird childhood memory. Wasn't even really traumatic. It was like I can't remember what it was now, but it was just like, where did that come from? You know, I've been having a lot of that and I've been noticing it. And it's been kind of like a slideshow, you know, it's like, but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And just when I thought, oh, I got this, you know, this is cool. I'm the observer, you know, getting all the spiritual ego going. And then the other day, a light came on in my car and I thought I was going to have a heart attack, you know, and I thought, wow, you know, look at this. Like I'm trembling over a light about my air pressure. So it's just interesting to watch the process, but I'm so grateful and I miss everybody so much. And when I saw those pictures today, I actually got tearful because you guys sent those pictures just before a few minutes ago. And I was just scanning through and I was like, oh, I miss everybody. And I got all teary eyed. But anyway, I'm just so grateful. And like Matthew said, there's no way to put words to it. You know, people ask me, well, what was it like? What did you do? Tell me about it. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. It just was beautiful. That's all I can say. So good to see everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. I like your poopy.
Poopy.
Josie.
Puppy.
How to
Her name
say
is
it's not
Josie.
poopy? It's puppy.
Poopy is
What's his name?
Josie.
Oh, it's like a
Josie.
puppy.
Josie. My little girl, she got
so
a little
cute.
golden orb on her head. So I named her Josie.
Jyoti.
Yeah, that's her.
Awesome. Someone else like to share? Yes.
Jennifer.
Okay, so when I got back, I was home by myself for a week because my husband and daughter traveled to Honduras for a mission trip. And so it was nice being by myself and integrating. But I felt like I was kind of not here. It was really hard to focus on work because I work from home. So I didn't have to leave the house, but that was kind of, I still felt like I was there. Sorry. And I had, I've had some weird dreams that I feel like connected to the mountain still. And also there was something Taty had shared about whatever you had shared after we got home, Taty. It was it clicked with me that sometimes if I'm feeling sorry, it would be my dog's barking right now. I don't know if y'all can hear, but um it would be it's like if I get aggravated, and I'm not mad at anybody, but I want somebody to like understand why I'm mad, why I'm upset. And it clicked with me that I don't have to do that, that I can keep it all internal. And your story, Taty, helped me. It was like, oh, that's what I've been doing. And it's all internal. It needs to be internal first. Well, at least that's what I got from it. It was really helpful. It clicked in, and yeah, I feel like there's a sense of safety or something, some kind of work with my root chakra that kind of clicked in something for me there. I don't know. I'm still feel like I'm processing it, but I loved our group. I think this is the best retreat I've ever done. It was really, I mean, I loved everybody. It was really, really good. And the people have asked me, what do you think? What was it like? And I mean, it just looks like I went hiking and stuff, on pictures, but it was a lot more. I can't even explain, it goes really, really deep. I don't know. So yeah, it was great.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It doesn't mean that we cannot share. Yeah. But to be aware about your constantly complaining, and we put out this and we continue perpetuating that hurt, that feeling without alchemized it first inside us and share from clarity and groundness. Of course, that sometimes we are not there. Uh, we are learning
Hmm.
and we are fall, but more and more we come back to the center and bring back. We see the things changing outside, and all the complaint started to change, and you start your healing, your process,
Hmm.
your deep healing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not about
Beautiful.
like you said, the sharing, but it was like I was realizing I want people to understand why I'm feeling upset instead of just I I don't know if I'm explaining that real, but it was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm wanting them to kind of understand and like I don't know, but it was yeah. I realized. Oh, I can keep this all quiet,
Mm.
or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I was like stressing myself out trying to get somebody to understand or something, So yeah,
Oh,
Yeah. To
it's
just
like
validate it or
yeah, validate. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, and it's like
hmm
like you said, do it on the inside first, and then you can. It's like it's almost like it turns it inside out. It doesn't even feel the same anymore,
mm,
you know?
mm.
So, yeah.
Wow. That's powerful stuff right there.
Hmm.
That's high level.
yeah, super powerful.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And I just
Thank
really
you, Jen.
want to, yeah, I want to reaffirm like how powerful hearing those things, and if we do get inspired, to continue to use the group. And even if it's you just want to write a quick paragraph or something, there's this little transmission that happens, you know, or has the opportunity to happen then. And because our hearts are linked up, you know, we've bridged a foundation at a certain level to where these transmissions, for the most part, they're going to be heard and received very clearly. And it's a benefit, you know, whether you're sharing about an up or a down. It's a beautiful thing. Awesome. Chris. I knew it was Chris this time. You have to unmute, G.
Você precisa tirar do mudo, Cris. Pra mim tá picotando. For me it's cutting.
Pronto.
For you it's cutting, guys.
It's good now.
The connection.
Em 2024, em abril, eu fui para o Chile e visitei um vulcão também.
In 2024, I went to Chile and I saw there a volcano also.
E agora a gente foi visitar um vulcão também, que é o Monte Shasta. Aquilo que
And
você
now I
falou,
was visiting another volcano in Shasta.
aquilo que você falou da gente beber a água codificada me impressionou bastante.
And something that you told us about to drink the water with the codes impressed me a lot.
E no dia que teve o terremoto na Rússia, eu acordei com a palavra Rússia na cabeça.
And the day that happened, the earthquake in Russia, and that same day I woke up with the word in my mind, Russia.
E quando eu fui ver o lugar que teve o terremoto, tinha um vulcão parecido com esses dois que eu conheci.
And when I saw the pictures about the earthquake, I saw that the place has also a volcano, so similar than Shasta and the Chile one.
Então, o que que eu sinto? Eu sinto que o meu terceiro olho está começando a abrir. The third eye is
Seu
open.
olho?
Terceiro olho. The
Okay.
third eye.
I'm
Here.
feeling that my third eye is more acute, is more opened.
E eu sinto que foi o início de uma conexão com o planeta Terra inteiro.
And I felt that it was a beginning of a connection with all the planet.
Eu acho que a tendência é começar a ter mais sensações e premonições como essa daqui para frente.
I'm feeling that after all these, I'm feeling that I will be more attuned with more the planetary things, you know, receiving more messages, download more things connected with the planet.
É isso, por enquanto.
And that's it for now.
E eu queria saber se vocês gostaram de se verem como duendes e fadas e elfos.
And I would love to know if you all like it, to see each one of you like elves and fairies in my pictures that I send in the group.
Yes.
Yes? Ah, legal.
Chris does all kinds of really cool AI art and dreamscapes and all these things. So I'd love to see the group in their fairy and elf outfits.
I love it.
It's probably a little more accurate than, you know, our original heads.
É mais preciso do que a nossa, né, o que a gente está aqui agora.
Sherry.
Thank you,
Raven.
Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Raven.
Lot. I've missed everyone too. Like to just a lot of integrating information that came up. I rebirthed in my first group and embodied in my second. So, it just feels like it's been a lot of heart work, heart opening and choosing me and letting go of things that aren't for my highest and best. Sometimes that's not always easy. I feel like I'm in this funny place of limbo. It's like I feel things coming and changing and shifting, and yet I'm sitting in this place of the unknown, and just kind of sitting with it recently and feeling into it, especially today for some reason. Just really feeling it and just sitting with it. So it's nice to be with everyone and to see your lovely shining hearts once again. It was just a beautiful experience, and I'm so glad that I embraced it and came, because it really touched me, and all the pieces. Taty, I was reading over my mandala. I gotta find some colored markers because I gotta finish it. But just I love the message, that came with it, and so just kind of embodying those pieces that really stuck out. And part of that is embracing my song too. And so I know that's part of the future, and yet it scares me too. So, yeah, just kind of sitting with all the pieces and feeling like there's something coming, and yet I'm sitting in the unknown still. A bit of a limbo, and to sit still after going so much. I didn't come back here until about a week after Shasta. I just wasn't ready to come back to the coast, and just kind of sat. And one of the places I was led to was right on the river with all these eagles and vultures and hawks, and it was just a beautiful place to integrate. And so I'm thankful for all the places that Spirit has guided me, including the retreat.
Thank you, Raven.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure what's going to come out. It's been a lot coming back home. My experience has been all over the place, but some consistent weird things, like everybody seems strange, like strangers almost, like, and I've had that a little bit in my life, but never, sorry, there's a plane going in the head. Like never to this degree. Like I don't feel like I know anybody. So that's been really disorienting. Depending on my state, it can be fun, it can be awful. But that's been truly bizarre. I had a awful experience with my brother that I'm still kind of reeling from. I just thought I landed upon a win-win scenario, moving my girls into my dad's house and taking care of my mom and moving her in because she's losing her Medicaid. And all that long story and craziness, this just felt like a win-win. And I presented it to my brother excitedly, and I just got pretty blasted, and I'm reeling from it, like how different worlds we each are in. Our perspectives are so unique, our states are so unique. It's like I just have this imagery of everybody walking around in a bubble with, it's your own genre of movie going on. There's like different soundtracks, different everything, and it's wild. And I really felt like I went, like my bubble bumped into his and mine popped and I went into his bubble is kind of how I see it. Like I totally went into this dark state and it was horrible. I felt so hurt. He made me feel awful. I let him make me feel that way. Like I completely became this victim. And then I tried to do my old things of people pleasing and trying to explain and justify and all this stuff. And then I just came to the place of seeing the futility in that, and that I was doing an old pattern. And that there's no reason I need to go into anybody else's bubble. Like I get to be in mine. I get to tend my state and cultivate that and create my world that I want to live in. The fall, like that day when you made the key to like I am love or I am loving my path, like what I turned that into is I'm falling in love with my life is my little mantra now. Because putting the falling in love just felt so sweet, and the energy that it brought me was so good. And I came home from the retreat really in that, like just falling in love with my life, even the hard stuff, all of it. But like with that interaction with my brother, it popped my bubble. I was no longer in love with my life because I joined him in his movie and the soundtrack sucked and the people were villains and it was all off until I like snapped out of it and realized I was completely disempowered and like not embodying my new human anymore. I was right back into the old thing. So what a cool contrast. And I'm back to feeling that I am falling in love with my life, and I'm like have some new like tools to like help my awareness in that. And it literally just happened 2 minutes before joining this call, a big eruption in my family here, and it's crazy. And but I like saw it, and it's like I got a sharp thing and I can pop bubbles now. I don't have to go into their state. I can pop it and I'm in mine. So I don't know. It's this little interesting new visualization imagery that's like really helping me not go down my old roads of thinking I gotta save people, fix things, do whatever. I'm just like with this sharp thing pop in the bubble so that I don't go into it. So that's my 2 cents. Thanks for listening. I probably was long-winded. I love you guys. It's been a
Oh,
wild
miss you a
ride
lot,
coming
Lisa.
back.
Hmm. Thank you, Lisa. That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Um, yeah, at some point sooner than later, I was kind of provoked to share a little bit about these kind of differences between the universal masculine and feminine energies, because there, especially with us people on the spiritual path, there's a lot of concepts about both of those dynamics, and I think it's really something that we're either forced to learn about and to start to utilize in a really constructive way as we continue to grow on the path. And it's the imagery with the pokey thing. Like, it just feels to me like that's that divine masculine. It's the discernment. It's the sacred no. And it's learning when to apply that. Whereas the divine feminine, it's just yes. It's the wide, it's the unconditional, embrace no matter what. And both are actually perfect, and both are applicable in differing situations. And as we learn to attune and to all these different vibrations within our own body, we learn when to use the no and when to use the yes. It's not all yes. And that's the tendency, it's an unconscious tendency in the spiritual New Agers. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, he was triggered, therefore they must be fall off their path, you know. He was sharp over there, she was sharp. But no, it's okay to be no. It's okay to be yes. And learning to discern when that's in alignment for us is such a beautiful dance that we're all learning, and bringing it down into the human experience, and when to apply it, you know. Otherwise, we're just walking around like bubble heads, mixing Wi-Fi's, connecting with all kinds of stuff. And we actually get just we get in drama entanglements. I traveled through so many communities, and the New Age communities, there's so much sticky drama because it's just yes, 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 yes. Oh, I just have to, I keep being meek and surrendering, and I'm not going to really speak my truth actually, or whatever. I mean, it's a big trigger for me actually. You probably felt that, you know. But thank you for sharing that. The pokey no. It's okay to say no. It's okay to put our spikes up at times. And we'll go and receive what we need to after that happens. And we'll see if that was an alignment. We'll see if we can attune more next time or not. Sometimes a good spike is the best and highest alignment for the other person. Like, you know, they're going around burning people. Go and, you know, throw your shield at them and knock them, and they might go, oh my gosh, you know, that was intense. But yes, I needed that. I needed that wake up call. And sorry, I just want to touch on one other thing you said because I thought it was so important, and it's actually the opposite spectrum. You started with this is, you know, I feel like strange, and everyone's a stranger, and I don't really know anyone. And our teacher used to say that one aspect, one experience, which starts to become more and more true for us as we kind of grow into our awakening, and it's literally the best way I can define my experience is we start to become like a stranger in a guest house. And it's kind of like, what the hell am I really doing? Where am I? Who are you? And but the beauty of it is this discovery mode is birthing. This sense of witness is actually starting to take over the sense of self, the sense of identity, the self of that thinks it knows, you know. And so in exchange for this discovery mode of even like, who am I really don't know, but it's kind of cool just to close my eyes and go deep sea diving just inside. And that's like that state of meditation. You can just absorb and simply observing all the experience inside. It's another deep hole, but thank you for bringing that stuff in.
Hmm.
want to hear the
Thanks
next
for
potion?
thanks for going deeper on that, by the way. That was really helpful. So appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. I never know what's helpful. I get stoked to hear all these different truths, and I can relate with all of it. But especially that pokey no. As my mom knows, she's like, that guy's an asshole. But like we all have our relationships where we're learning to use our no's and our yeses at different times, and there's always room for growth. But I think one of the most beautiful things is like our hearts start to open on this path, and at a certain point, we do become just kind of so hyper reflective that sometimes we just like we put ourselves in abusive situations, actually, and that's a tendency at a certain level of growth. And it's okay until we learn enough self-love, and then it's like, oh shit, I got a sword too, and I can pull that thing out, and I can chop the Wi-Fi towers down that I don't want to tune into because I'm clear about what I do want to tune into, and until that, otherwise we're just smearing our Wi-Fi all over the place. Who's next?
Tom, could you hear us? I can see that she's not with Mike. I think she couldn't. So if you want to say something, John, I think you need to get out of the meeting and come back and be aware when the message appear and say yes to Wi-Fi and 5G connection, something like that, to allow your audio. And when you say yes there, your audio is open if you want to try.
Thanks, Taty.
Renata, do you want to say something?
Yes, want to hear from you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's been it's not been that tough this time to come back. The last retreat was a little bit harder for me to return to my routine and everything. This time I felt like I was still inside the bubble here, and I didn't want to let go of that feeling. I didn't want to interact that much with people, and it's been hard to go back to work, and I've been sleeping a lot. I couldn't stay like awake for so long. It's kind of heavy to be here. But this week it was a little bit better. I could interact more, and I've been having some conversations that I thought would be so hard for me to have. And people were really nice to me, and they understood me, and they were very open to what I had to say. And I felt that I've been postponing this for so long, and I got a good response, and I'm feeling that I have now space to express what I need to express, or to make the decisions I have to make. And I've been feeling that I created that space during the retreat for myself. So it's been reflecting on the external world. I think that's it.
Wow. That's powerful.
Hmm. Thank you, Renata. Hmm. Yeah. Even me, that I'm still in Shasta. After the retreat, I decided to be in the mountain for more time in the mountain camping, just with myself. Um, and I come back to the city this week, and nobody knows that I'm here. Like yesterday, someone knew I'm a kind of more reclused. It's correct this word, reclused, like more inwards. And so yeah, and I can relate it. Even I'm here in the city that you know, like the powerful city, and say, oh, I'm come back to Brazil, for example, and oh, it's so heavy here. I'm feeling the same sensation even here. Not the energy is heavy, but to be in a container just with me for a while to integrate it more, my energy to interact more from this place. I would love to hear John, but she's without a microphone.
Oh, she is still?
If you want to share something in the, yeah, she's still here, but she's not with the microphone. Maybe she can write something if she wants, but it's okay. Also, just your presence here touches our hearts also.
Totally. Yeah, and that each person, it feels like for me, this is like a buffet, you know, and each person, every time you share, it's like another tasty dish. No, but you know, like I get so much because people speak from their heart, and it's like it's nourishing, you know, everything. So if you can bring your
Yeah,
voice online, that'd be
and
cool,
we
John.
observe that we are sorry, it's cutting for me. Sorry. And give us the sensation that we are together yet, you know, like the process are connected. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's a, it's so nourished, nourishing or nourished,
Nourishing.
nourishing.
We are nourished by each other. But it's very
Okay,
true.
thank you.
We planted such a powerful seed together, and um, you know what we do with that garden of that seed in our own life is up to each of us, and how we continue to hold our intention and direct that energy. Um, but I'm so sweetly surprised by how many showed up for our call today, and I personally would love to stay connected in this circle, you know, whether just it be little messages here and there, but I personally, you know, I'm going to encourage deeper sharing as much as you feel inspired and in alignment with. And then if we'd like to connect maybe, you know, once a month or every few weeks or something, at least open this Zoom space to say hello again, and we all just follow our hearts there, you know, like I get these little taps on my heart like, oh, I want to share this with the group, you know, so I might do that here and there through the text, or if we meet in a Zoom meeting, I'll share something, whether it be a song or a universal teaching that I feel is poignant to share. But the space is really sacred, what we've started, and it's heart based, and that is, if there's anything me and Taty are clear about, it's about the importance of the path of the heart, because we've both been to the dynamic extremes, as well as all of us have, And especially, you know, me and Taty, we've had these personal experiences. And when we started to, you know, create this vision together, we saw like it, yeah, we can be up here, we can go and, you know, close our eyes and get blasted into our astral body and, you know, discard everything and go somewhere else. But at a certain point, we do, at least for me and Taty, we saw, oh my God, it's such a damn gift to be in body and to go into the ocean, even with the waves of this life and relationship and all these things, and to be embodied. You know, it's such a freaking gift. And that is, I feel like that is the path of the heart. The path of the heart is willing to keep our feet on the ground. Our crowns will always be connected to the universal source. And that's a magical thing. We need to have that accessibility as well. Otherwise, it's too damn heavy down here. But the ultimate, at least from my perspective, is feet on the ground, roots deep, because we're grateful to be embodied for these moments. Crown up in the heavens. And what sits right in between there is the space of the heart and the space of a divine intelligence, which has the ability to go up and down, to say yes and no, to respond spontaneously, whether it's with a family member or, you know, with a squirrel in a moment. It just acknowledging the gift, continuing to grow, just like Mother Nature. We're here to grow. You know, she goes through her ups and downs. She has her diseases and certain plants that arise, they fall off, they die. It creates more space for more growth. And this is the path that we're on, and that we want to share with people who have that similar resonance. And it's such an affirmation that we're on this similar heart vibe together with this tribe. Jay.
To find how to turn on the sound musicians, the sound for musicians,
Well, I looked it up and it just said, at least on
or
my
not?
mobile. I thought I enabled it, but I don't think it works. Can you hear? You can?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
we
Okay.
can hear. Mm-hmm.
I thought I failed, but I didn't. Okay. Should we sing a song together to finish? But I also,
Sure.
I really wanted to hear, I wanted to see if Raven wanted to share a song. I'll share a song if Raven shares a song first.
Oh, that's not fair.
It really?
It's super fair. It's our trade.
It's like a trade, yeah.
Oh,
No.
Raven's not ready.
Okay, no pressure at all either, Raven.
Okay.
Of course. But only enough pressure if need to push. I'll share a song, and then if you get inspired to share something after. Maybe we can all just sing this one together with just the Satchitananda part. We'll see where it goes from there. But again, affirming that this mantra or these principles, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is that existence or truth, and Chit is the consciousness or the awareness behind what's here. And when there's no little me storyline in front of that, there is this fullness. There's this interconnected energy, which is Ananda. So that's the Sat Chit Ananda. Maybe we can all just chant that and call that in more into our experiences. And I'd love to take a moment to welcome Peter's presence if we're into that. He was so very grateful to be with our group and wanted to actually hang out more. It's so cute. And I loved how he kicked off our first day and helped us to kind of bring in that acknowledgement of that heart light into our meditation. So maybe we can, let's visualize the sun in the center of our chest. Satchitananda, 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 Satchitananda. Myself to the flame in your holy name, to be burned away, only divine remain. Offer myself into the sun, mighty holy one, illuminate your sons and your daughters this day. Oh, 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 oh. We welcome the supreme light, the supreme love, holy sacred presence and ascended ones. We invite thee, we invoke thee. Come, come, join us fully. Saturate each cell of our bodies and rise up our vibrations and bless all nations. Divine love to all our relations, and divine love heals all, and divine love, he heals all. Divine love heals all. Divine love, divine love, ah, oh. Satchitananda, 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 Satchitananda. Does Raven G feel inspired to sing
Thank you so
anything?
much.
Or next time, or this time? Or...
Raven's kind of shy. I need to get past that.
I've heard that about Raven, but every time she actually sings or makes those prayers, it's freaking potent. And perhaps that shyness is actually just that power coming online. Just an idea.
Okay. All right, I'll sing one. But bear with me. That's hard for me. As I lay my head upon this sweet, sweet earth, as the stillness sings around me, every breath I sink deeper, as the sweet, sweet earth holds me, as the sweet, sweet earth holds me. Aye, 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 aye. I rest my head upon this blossoming tree, as the gift of grace embraces me. I belong to everything, as the deep, deep mystery shows me, as the deep, deep mystery shows me. Aye, 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 aye.
Oh, thank you, Raven.
Raven.
So sweet.
Medicinal. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share before we close?
I don't know if I wanted to share that. I was so amazed by what you said to Lisa about the feeling like everyone's strangers.
Mm.
I've been having that experience, like even with everything on the whole earth, like cars. And I've never heard one person that understood what I was going through. That was so profound. I can't tell you.
That's beautiful. I think that's God, that's really profound. And thanks for hearing all my words today. But it just brought up a memory when you mentioned that, Patty. I came out of this dark room, and for years I was kind of one of those Nazis. If I saw trash on the ground, like, it would just aggravate me so much, especially being a Westerner and spending all this time in India. If I saw trash on the ground, I was also a Nazi about seeing the chemtrails. If I see a chemtrail, it's like, oh man, that would just deeply aggravate me. But at a certain point, I was in this dark room, and I had a big shift. I walked out of there, and I remember one of the clearest things that I saw that shifted was I looked down at a piece of trash, and I looked at a flower, and I literally had zero dialogue with either of them. And I was like, oh my God, actually, it's kind of precious being able to see that piece of trash right there. And then I looked up and I saw the chemtrail. I was like, whoa. Like, really having the revelation, there's a chemtrail right there. But without the story of what I was carrying into what I'm looking at. And those are kind of extreme examples, because my body still might go pick up that trash. But it doesn't mean it's not right to pick up the trash. But everything, when there is that space, there's that magic of just being able to see. And that was our first key, is this seeing. And our teacher used to say, ultimately, seeing is the first and the last step. And when you're truly seeing, literally everything is a manifestation of grace. We are blessed to take this journey in human form, spirit, through these eyes. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Taty G, do you have anything else you want to share? we want to share one announcement before, but Taty, you want to share anything else?
No, I think I'm complete. Yeah, just feeling the group and holding space. Yeah.
I just wanted to share that we did decide we're going to take a group to India this year or next year, January, end of Jan, no? And to some of our favorite spots in the south. And then we're probably going to pop over to Thailand. I've spent a lot of time in Thailand. So for people who want to experience Thailand and some of the magic over there. So we'll probably do the south of India at some point in the latter half of January. We'll pop over to Thailand for a bit for those who want to join. And then we'll go back to the north once it's a little warmer, probably to Varanasi and to the Ganga and some places in the north. So there'll be kind of two different legs of the journey in India if anyone's ever felt called or been before and want to go and explore a little further. Together, me and Taty have been there probably almost 30 times to India. So if you're inspired to potentially join us there, just want to throw that out. And also, we've had a lot of people interested in the retreat. So many people feeling the vibrations, and so we're starting to put together a list for Mount Shasta next year. And of course, everyone who's joined us in the years before they'd have first opportunity to join us. So just putting the seeds of the future potential journeys out there, and that's all I have to share.
Can you list like the places you're going to go to in the south?
My service is
Yeah, we're gonna go to Amaji's for sure. Satguru's ashram. We'll go to Oroville and to the Matra Mandir there, the big golden orb. So freaking powerful. Talk about stepping into a place of the unknown. It turns off the brain immediately. It's a trip.
the cosmic
Tiruvani,
womb.
the cosmic womb, totally. And then Arunachala to Ramanas, the sacred mountain. And then we'll do a couple days at Ekam, at the Oneness Temple. So that'll probably, for the most part, consist of our south journey. I'd also love to take the group to the Chidambaram, which is the Nataraj temple. So the ultimate temple to Shiva in his dancing form. So it's so interesting. From the north, Shiva's the renunciate, the hardcore yogi, just kind of renouncing the world. But the beautiful thing, as the tradition moved to the south, that's where the goddesses started to emerge in this affirmation of the beauty of life and Lakshmi and the abundance of life, And that's actually, it transformed into Nataraj, now the dancer of creation. He's dancing creation out of his joy. He's emerged from his samadhi, and now he's engaged in life, because it's like an affirmation of the goodness of this life. So there's a really powerful temple there in the south called Chidambaram. It's the temple for Nataraj. And I had some really powerful experiences there. So I'd like to go there too. So a handful of places in the south.
Yeah, and we are going to, as Matthew said, we are going to rest for a while in Thailand to wait the other group to join us in the north, and you can do the whole journey with us, South Thailand and North, or you can do just like one another and join us in parts, and the group will be small. We don't want a lot of people, like it's a lot of things to manage, and the group will be sending a message to us, and as soon as we have more information, we can send to you.
Thank you.
So anything else at that last moments to share our voices together this time? I wish we could all catch a meal or maybe jump in some water or something now. rest our weary legs because we adventured so hard. All right, well, thank you all so much for your time and your presence and investing your energy in this way. Gratitude garden.
I would love to acknowledge each one of which heart here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for our love, our connection, our respect.
Yes.
We see each other. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm going to linger and play a song if anybody wants to linger, but so much gratitude, so much love. I hope to see you soon, sooner than later. I salute you, my magnificent God. I meet you. It's been you all along, and we ask you, please turn up your song, please turn up your song, please turn up your song. We serve you by serving your creation. We engage without, aware within, without a doubt. It's always been your sacredness. It always is in your potent presence. I am your reverence. I'm soaked in your grace, and I can taste your oneness. You erase the fog of our conditioned state, and I awake, and I awake, and I am awake, 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 I am. We are the lambs, we are the lions, and angels guide us to Mount Zion. We are the lambs, we are the lions. The angels guide us to Mount Zion. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shiva, Om Namah Shiva, Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much, guys. We see each other soon. And remember that we have the group. You don't need to. I know that sometimes the life is started to be so busy, but whatever you feel that you need to connect again, just send a message, sharing whatever you want. Okay?